All right, what's going on, guys? Bars Unlimited, Bryson, and Jake here, bringing you guys another rap video. And today we got Hopsin's Kumbaya. I've heard this song already. It's got a fire beat. You know, I haven't seen the music video, but I just like his verses. I don't know exactly why he released it, and we're gonna be breaking down the bars in this video, but Hopsin is an amazing artist. You know, he puts his heart out there, and I just respect the man 100%. So what do you know about Hopsin?
Yeah, I've listened to the majority of Hopsin. I generally find that a lot of his songs are either hit or miss for me. Like some of them I really like, and then others of them I'm like, no thanks. Like for instance, I love his song, his Ill Minds.
Yeah.
And like the way, not so much. I think musically they sound good, but just him being open. Some of them, like even the content is not crazy to me, that I'm not a huge fan of, but just him being open and honest about different things, I can respect that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but on the flip side of that, songs like Sag My Pants, yeah. Yeah. No, not a fan at all. So what I will say though is Hopsin has always been pretty dope to me. I really like some of the freestyles. I've even seen him do some freestyles like on Tim Westwood TV and stuff. I am a Hopsin fan for sure. I think lyrically he is good. Got a really good pen, and especially when he's being open and honest and letting you get to know him. And talking about relevant things to him, I think that's important as an artist.
Yeah.
Because I really think that it's one thing to have a fan base because you're talented, and it's another thing to get people to like you as an individual.
I agree too, yeah.
Because, you know, there's guys that you'll hear on the radio and stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a new Meek Mill song or something, and you're like, oh yeah, this is cool. But not all the time do you hear artists and then you listen to a song and you're like, wow, if he has more music like this makes me want to check him out. Sometimes there's artists where you just think, that was solid, I like this song, but is it going to make me want to check out his album?
No,
probably not. The example that I think of is like NF. When I hear some of NF songs, that like the singles that come out and you hear on the radio, like Time, for instance.
I think my favorite NF song currently that I've had on repeat is Mansion.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. And just when you hear the way he's talking about different things, for me, listening to an NF song on the radio, that's what makes me want to like, oh yeah, I need to listen to his albums because I bought into him.
And I feel what he's saying, like
exactly. And I'm just bought into him. Whereas other people, it's just like, yeah, that was skillful and stuff, but you know, whatever. You know, it is what it is. Doesn't really speak to me sometimes, especially because, you know, with a lot of these hip hop artists and stuff, we don't come from that background.
Yeah, I mean, what I just randomly thought of is like Post Malone songs. Like I like a lot of the singles, but I just don't really check the albums out.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
And I have listened to Post Malone, and again, you know, he's one of those people to me where I listen to a few singles and I'm like, well, I generally like this sound, so I'll check out the albums. But it had nothing to do with him, really, because
just the sound of it,
he's just another artist, and I think that's what separates favorites from people that you listen to.
Yeah, definitely.
And Hopsin is one of those artists where, now, I won't say that you listen to him a lot on the radio, because a lot of his songs aren't really radio friendly.
Yeah.
But some of his songs that I have heard, had I heard them on the radio, would make me say, wow, I should check out the artist, as opposed to just, oh, that's a cool song, I'll add that to my playlist, and
just be done with it.
Be done. Yeah, exactly. So.
All right, well, without further ado, guys, we got Hopsin's Kumbaya, and we're going to see how it goes out.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong button.
And instead, we're going to move the lyrics.
Instead, we're going to move the lyrics, so now we cannot see them. Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to move the lyrics because we already know that, you know, the chorus is going to be fire.
Yeah, my lord, I might say things that you might not support. When do I drop the torch, bless my enemies with whom I mop the floor with? It's true, my thoughts are morbid. I'ma do my job, of course, shit. Can't fit in my shoes, niggas wishing I lose, I'ma get it like... I done left it all behind me in Cali while yelling goodbye to my family. I had to do a little soul search. All of my demons kept on fighting and scrapping. Inside of my mind I was crashing, maybe I was having a growth spurt. They tell me I should go out and mingle, it don't work. I've contemplated on whether or not to smoke perp. Think you sick in the head, come visit my shed. I live on the edge, let's jump, shit, I'll go first. Yikes, quite preposterous. White kids soaking up the hype up off it. Hi, I'm Hopsin, I'm obnoxious. I've been talking like the guy from Boston. Watch me.
Wow.
He's got a great flow. You know, I just like the way I like his voice too. The way his voice sounds, you know, I've always liked.
Yeah, dude. I like his voice for the most part, although at times I will say, it's not always my favorite. Like sometimes when he gets a little bit, when he starts like, for instance, like in some of the Ill Minds when he's talking the part of like other, like a woman or something, it's like, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like that gets a little annoying to me. But for the most
part,
yeah,
I know what you're talking. Where he has like the high voice.
Yeah, and sometimes like the emotion that he puts into it is good, but it's so good, or it's so powerful, or so overly emotional that it kind of takes away from it. But so far, excellent flow. Now, one thing I did want to touch on is the chorus. He said, "Kumbaya, my lord, I might say things that you might not support. When do I drop the torch? Bless my enemies with which whom I mop the floor with. It's true, my thoughts are more bid.
I'm gonna do my job, of course. Shit, can't fit in my shoes. Wishing I'd lose. I'm gonna get it like whoop."
Yes, but I just like that chorus. Like, I might say things you might not support. When do I drop the torch? Bless my enemies with which whom I mop the floor with. That's a really slick way of saying, well, what does that mean? What does that mean to you?
You know, I like, you know,
because I'm interpreting one way, but I don't know.
The way I interpret it is, you know, he's saying to the Lord, like, you know, hey, like, I know you're not going to agree with some of the things that I say, but you know, when do I drop this torch that I'm holding right now is the best, and then I just, you know, I put it down and I bless the people I'm currently just demolishing or I'm standing over.
Yeah,
this little vibe I get from that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And he said at the end, I'm gonna do my job, of course. Can't fit in my shoes. They're wishing I lose.
I'm gonna get it like
woo. And I think basically, kind of like you said, he feels like he's kind of at the top, and I guess is he kind of asking the Lord like to show him when he's done, or when he should be done, and I think that's probably kind of difficult for him, because like he's saying, bless my enemies, which whom I mop the floor with. They can't fit in my shoes and they're wishing I lose. So it's kind of like these people that are hating on me, so to speak, are now the ones that are going to be taking the torch. And so maybe what he's saying in the chorus is it's kind of like a conflicting thing. Like he wants to be able to be done, or say that be done when I guess the Lord wants him to be done, or whatever, or when he feels it's his time. But he knows in doing that he's stepping aside and giving the floor to people that
are underneath
have
him,
been his enemies and have been wanting him to fail for so long, and he doesn't want to let them win by stepping aside. So I think it's like a conflicting thing. And I think that's why he opened it by saying, I might say things that you might not support. Because that's kind of like, yes, I think as Christians, that's a common thing. Is like, yeah, we love the Lord or whatever, but it's really difficult because, you know, sometimes when you sin, like you say some things that aren't Christian-like. And that's something we all struggle with. So
I agree,
that was just a really intriguing chorus, I think. If that's kind of what he meant, I think that's really, really cool. Really cool.
All right, let's get it going. Gotta get the lyrics back up first. All right, let's get it. Oh, or just skip the lyrics again. This is the worst part about having two monitors right now. I tell you what. All right, there we go.
rise to top 10. You know what I mean, ain't no one like me. I'ma turn all of my haters to some overnight fiends. I done made a lot of money from exposing my grief. Flow catch bodies like it's COVID-19, nigga. Bitch, listen, I'm exerting the gas fumes. I'm the asshole who goes to work in the bad mood. Me and my alter ego make a murderous rap group. I'm handing beef to niggas like I'm serving the fast food. I should have been spazzed, not a burden.
Ooh,
Having beef to like I'm giving them fast food.
He said, me and my alter ego make a murderous rap group. That's so crazy.
So you have Marcus, which is that's him, and then you have Hopsin with the white eyes and the pinpoint pupils. So
yeah, and he's basically saying, no matter which one of them I am, I'm killing it.
Yeah, and I could agree with that. You know, I like Marcus and I like Hopsin. So.
Yeah, and like you said, I'm handing them beef like I'm serving them fast food. You know, obviously fast food, a lot of times you go get hamburgers or whatever. But what he's really saying is beef as in when you got a problem with somebody, you're serving them beef like, yeah, you want a problem with me, let's take care of this.
You know, I like one of the things I like is like the Jumanji style, like the music video. It also goes with the beat too, like the doom doom doom. Like let me play that real quick.
Beef to niggas like I'm serving the fast food. I should have been spazzed, not a.
It's like the war drums in the background, and I like how he flows like that, and he goes, "Bitch, listen, I'm exerting the gas fumes. I'm the asshole who goes to work in a bad mood," and it's like this is awesome. I like the way that this beat sounds,
dude. Crazy.
I'm handing beef to niggas like I'm serving the fast food. I should have been spazzed, not a burden is past due. Haters wanna laugh at all the hurdles I ran through, but the word on the avenue is now they wanna watch you pee like a fucking pervert in the bathroom, nigga. The ladies always tell me I'm a real cunt. These whack motherfuckers, that's a meal. Lunch on every instrumental, I'ma spill guts and I'm still nuts. Like Robocop scrotum, I'm giving niggas hell, but I really hope I'm not going. And if I do, I'm pulling up with hoes in my phone while the man above is watching with his coke and popcorn. But I guess I'm a.
So one of the problems that I have with Hopsin sometimes is just some of the stuff that he says is just kind of like, it takes skill, don't get me wrong, but I'm not trying to hear that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he says, haters want to laugh at all the hurdles I ran through, but the word on the avenue is now they want to watch you pee
in the bathroom
like a pervert in the bathroom. Like, okay, yeah, that's really good. And I even like haters want to laugh at all the hurdles I ran through. And I'm like, oh, I'm excited to see where he's going with this. Yeah, he took it right to the bathroom. Like, oh, come on, man. Like, and I'm still nuts like Robocop scrotum. I mean, come on. Like, and this isn't just him. Even Eminem
does that sometimes
where you're just like, dude.
Did it have to go there?
Like
from where you were last?
Like it's skillful and the way he's rhyming and stuff is good, but it's just like, come on, man. But I do like the way he ended it by tying it back into the chorus where he said, while the man above is watching with his coke and popcorn, because to start the song he said, Kumbaya, my lord.
Yep.
So I really like that a lot.
All right, let's get these lyrics moved on over down this way. And this is what I like here. I like this pre-chorus. You'll like the pre-chorus too, I think, a little bit.
And if I do, I'm pulling up with hoes in my phone while the man above is watching with his coke and popcorn. Well, I guess I'm a villain, labeled as strange, labeled a clown, labeled deranged, labeled as someone you might put to shame, labeled a freak who's unable to change. I'm sick in the head, but sick with the grind. I am not something you casually find. Where's the light? Give me a sign, cause I got way too much shit on my mind. And I'ma get it all out. Kumbaya, my lord, I might say things that you might not support. When do I drop the torch? Bless my enemies with whom I mop the floor with. It's true, my thoughts are morbid. I'ma do my job, of course. Shit, can't fit in my shoes. Niggas wishing I lose. I'ma get it like. I've been noticing a shift in the industry. Too many niggas who appear to be gritty, flashing they nice jewels, bragging about some pills and packing a rifle. You just gonna be another rapper to die soon. That's another body off the market. Rigor mortis, see them beef for police, saw the carcass. Some of these niggas really bought it. They gon' show you all the corners. Now your mama gotta see you dropping slowly on a harness. Shit, it might.
Okay, it took me a minute, but that was so hard what he just said there. And so true. He said, I've been noticing a shift in the industry. Too many people who appear to be gritty, flashing they nice jewels, bragging about some pills and packing a rifle, you just gonna be another rapper that dies soon. That's another body off the market, and he continues that scheme.
And I like after the gunshot, it's just silence, and that's another body off the market. I'm like, oh,
that is so hard because that is so true. How many times? And now I know that some of these people, at least I think one of the people, I can't remember who it was, unfortunately, more recently died at the hands of the police. I believe one of the rappers, but I know like XXX passed away, and I know in Biggie and Tupac, I believe Biggie was murdered. I can't remember what happened with Tupac.
I know 50 Cent was shot too at one point.
50 Cent was shot, even though he survived.
Lived.
Yep, he lived, and also I believe 50 Cent was also stabbed a couple of times at one point. Going back to some beef with, I think it was either Rick Ross or somebody else. But anyways, maybe Ja Rule. Actually, it was Ja Rule.
Yeah. Because I remember
Ja Rule, he ended up
Eminem says that in Like Toy Soldiers. I remember he mentions that.
Yep, exactly. So, but what I wanted to say is that is so true. These guys are all talking about how they're packing like guns and all this stuff, and you know, oh yeah, I got the AK this, and there are all these gun bars and shooting and stuff. That's not good.
Yeah, no, like you don't want to flaunt all that stuff because that's just asking for trouble, I feel.
Like, yeah, and how many times do you see these rappers get shot and murdered and stuff
lately?
And it's like, wow, so who's really the cool one here?
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing that, and here I am still alive. And now these guys, yeah, they may have been a gangster and they're hard or whatever, but if they're dead,
what does it matter what they are?
What does it matter if they had respect in the streets or whatever, if they're not here to tell the story? Exactly. That hits so hard because it happens all the time where you hear about these rappers and stuff dying and getting shot and stuff because of either it being hood related stuff or you know, police violence or whatever. But whatever the case may be, I mean, these guys, he said it perfectly.
Exactly.
What does packing a gun and all this stuff mean if you're gonna end up dead as a result?
Exactly.
I love that.
Cause some of these niggas really bout it, they gon' show you all the corners. Now your mama gotta see you dropping slowly on a harness. Shit, it might be mean ass, I really mean it. The reject that you all love, I ain't He-Man. Some niggas ain't got a piss and pot they can pee in. They hate the planet, so they come at you looking for revenge. That's why I gotta go to sleep with the 9-tuck. Niggas creeping, I bucket, I ain't leaving survivors. One squeeze of your spine bust. Actually, I don't want your dirty corpse on my carpet. Get the fuck out of here. My attitude's that of a Hulk smash, mixing Tony Montana snoring bags of his coke stash. If it's true that I'm a savage and cold rap, I might as well rock a white jacket and pope hat. Dissing me is like having your throat gagged and fucked till your inside sagging and prolapse. Big and Pac was a tragedy, no cap, but hearing me rap is like having them both back. Yeah, so how can you deny now for rude as...
There he is again with some of the things you were talking about, him saying sagging and prolapse, but you know.
And dissing me is like having your throat gagged, and yeah, that part was, but then I really like this too, because he was talking earlier what we talked about how all these people, you know, you act like you're all this hard gangster or whatever because you're carrying and doing this stuff, but then if you end up shot, who cares?
Exactly.
But then he kind of gave you the other part here where he says, it might be me next, I really mean it. The reject you all love, I ain't He-Man, but he said, that's why I gotta go to sleep with the 9 tucked. They're creeping up. F it. I ain't leaving survivors. One squeeze and your spine bust.
Actually, I don't want your dirty corpse on my carpet. Get the fuck out of here. I love his little ad libs. Some of them are so funny.
And that's really, really funny too. But see, and here he's talking about, well, you know what? Might be me next, so I'm gonna have to respond, and I'm gonna have to do something to those people. But then, he hits you with the kind of funny line. Actually, I don't want your dirty corpse on my carpet. But then he brings it back at the end by saying, "Big and Pac was a tragedy, no cap. But hearing me rap is like having them both back." But you know, whether you agree with that or not, I'm sure there's a lot of people that were probably like, get the hell out of here with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's highlighting the fact of what he was talking about before. Yeah, they were these, you know, mafioso boss guys or whatever, and maybe talking about guns and stuff like that. But as a result of them living that lifestyle, they're dead.
Gone. They're gone now, yeah.
They're dead at an early age. And we lost two legends in a lot of people's mind.
Definitely, yeah.
And especially with Tupac, some people would even say he's like a legend or inspirational, whatever, outside of music.
Yeah.
Take him out of music, and he's a well-known, inspiring person for a lot of people. And they're dead now because of this stuff. So I really like how he's like, oh, you know, this is bad. Then he's like, oh, well, I might, you know, have to do it. But then going back and highlighting like, yeah, well, just because that, guess what? This killed two legends. So that still doesn't make it right.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I liked his little flow where he said, "My attitude is that of a Hulk smash mish with Tony Montana snorting bags of his coke stash." I was like, he always finds a way to bring in some kind of interesting lines in there.
No kidding.
And then he throws in the ones about the prolapse. I'm like, all right, but you know,
yeah, all right. Yeah.
I like it so far.
Good.
Living on cloud nine, better believe the altitude is high. Niggas say the game's better, Hopsin now that you've arrived. About to lacy motherfuckers with an album you could buy. Yes, I had to go retarded, I was dropped at birth. Fuck all y'all, I'ma let my cock disperse. I got a constant urge to let the bombs emerge. And the only time I'm worn out is when it's Hopsin merch. I'm a villain, labeled as strange.
Okay, that was actually a dope way of saying that. Or I mean, of ending that track. First of all, he said, I got a constant urge to let the bombs emerge, and only time I'm worn out is when it's Hopsin merch. So,
I need to get a Hopsin shirt.
The only time that he doesn't have the stamina or whatever to keep moving and keep putting out his best work is when he's worn out, is when he's wearing his merch, but worn as in like wearing clothes, which was fire. But this part, I believe, is a whole smoking scheme. He says, living on cloud nine, better believe the altitude is high. They say the game's better, Hopsin, now that you've arrived. But I believe the altitude is high in cloud nine. Like once you're high, I think some people like kind of refer to it as like you're on cloud nine. But also like going back to the drugs thing, like once you get high, you're kind of like on another planet, so to speak. So I think that was a really pretty dope way of doing that scheme at the end there. I really liked the way he ended that verse.
All right, let's finish it out. We got the pre-chorus, the chorus, and then we got the outro. And that is going to be it for Hopsin.
Yeah.
Label the clown, label the range, label the someone you might put to shame, label the freak who's unable to change. I'm sick in the head, but sick with the grind. I am not something you casually find. Where's the light? Give me a sign, cause I got way too much shit on my mind, and I'ma get it all out. Kumbaya, my lord, I might say things that you might not support. When do I drop the torch? Bless my enemies with whom I mop the floor with. It's true, my thoughts are morbid. I'ma do my job, of course. Shit, can't fit in my shoes. Niggas wishing I lose. I'ma get it like. That's another body off the market.
Wow. So I really like that song, and I like the pre-chorus a lot. He says, I'm a villain labeled as strange, labeled a clown, labeled deranged, labeled as someone you might put to shame, labeled a freak who's unable to change. I'm sick in the head, I'm sick with the grind, I'm not someone you casually find, which is funny that he said that because I was just mentioning before about how, yeah, you probably wouldn't hear this guy, you know, on the radio because of some of the ways that he does stuff.
The way he said, some of the things he says.
Some of the things he says, like, you know, some of the things we referred to up, you know, on the first verse especially. But what I will say, though, is I like everything else that he said there, you know, talking about how he's labeled strange, deranged, a clown, someone you put to shame,
who's unable to change.
Unable to change. he's sick in the head, and he's just like listing all of these sort of stereotypes that are put on him. And I think that's really strong, like, to mention those things, for one, and for two, I think it just goes to show just how, like, strong media and stuff is, because nobody has ever met this guy. Well, I mean, not nobody, but
Well, yeah.
the vast majority have never met him. They don't know him from Adam. All they do is listen to his music.
Yeah.
And just based on his music, he's labeled a villain, strange, a clown, deranged, someone you put to shame, a freak who's unable to change.
Seeing the way like he posts on Instagram and stuff and like other stuff like that, like he's a person. Like
Yeah.
not a lot of artists these days really get in touch with themselves. But Hopsin, like, you know, he released a song called The Old Us.
Yes.
And he said, I know you guys are going to clown me for this, but this is something I want to say. And he even put it up on Instagram, and we're like, I was like, you're a person, dude. And that's something I like about Hopsin, is that he shows that he's just another dude.
Yep.
You know, he doesn't care like for all the fame and all the people. You know, he just wants like actual friends that want to see that person. Just they want to see Marcus Hopsin, not just Hopsin the rapper. Or
Yep. Well, and like another thing that I think about is, like, for instance, NF. NF, I think it's one of his intro tracks where he talks basically about how, like, he's labeled as just this artist that just unleashes all his emotions and stuff and doesn't really have a lot of talent, but like if he does it like that, will his normal fans like it, or are they going to call it too much like before and want something new? But if he does something new, is he going to lose who he is in the process?
yeah,
And that's something that I don't remember what song it is, but that's something that I feel pertains to this, because, you know, here this guy is being who he is. He's not holding back anything for anybody, and he's just putting who he is in there, and as a result, he gets labeled all of these things. But even though he's being who he is and he's expressing his feelings and stuff, you know, does that make it right to just judge people based on the music that they put out?
yeah,
No,
not at all.
it's like the actors. Like, oh,
You played
you played a total jerk in like 3/4 of your film, so you must be
a jerk in real life, like
okay, at the end of the day, yes, this is his music, he's choosing what to write and stuff, but at the end of the day, he's also got to make money.
yeah, like
and he doesn't want to just do what everybody else does. And
that,
you know what? The reason why people have heard of Hopsin and not a bunch of other people that probably do this is because he carved out a market for himself by being
himself.
a clown,
Mhm.
strange,
Deranged.
a villain, deranged.
Like him dressing up like, or like his alter ego with the eyes.
Yeah.
Like how his eyes change from Hopsin with the white and then the dark and the pupils. Like that's not normal, and that's awesome. That's what I like about that.
Yeah, and him doing these things is what carved out his spot in the market and made people say, "Oh, this guy is different. Let's check him out." And so all I'm saying is that yes, he's being who he is, but also he knows that he's got to make money, and doing that probably will help.
Yeah.
Like carving out his own, being unique and stuff. And maybe that is exactly who it is. That's exactly who he is. Maybe it is. But all I'm saying is, so many times labels are just put on people because of one thing. Completely ignore everything else that they do with their life. Because of his music, he's these things. And that doesn't make it right to me. Or I mean, that's wrong to me. That because of what somebody decides to do in a booth, they could be listed as these things and have that be what they're remembered by. And it's like, you know what? I bet this dude is a cool person if you actually met him.
Yeah.
I bet he's real. He's not one of those people that'll beat around the bush with you and give you a bunch of flibberty flabber about stuff and just, you know, be one of these fake people. I bet you he's like an honest, real person. And if you have his loyalty,
He'll give you his.
Yeah. And he will respect you and support you.
Yeah.
That I just think he's a real person. He doesn't try to hide behind all these fake images and stuff and portray one thing and then be another.
And then I think that's why I initially just fell in love with his music and him as a person, is because that, like, every song I hear, he's saying what's normally on his mind. Like, he has a song called Low Key. I don't know if you've heard that
I've
one.
heard that one.
And that's a playlist one, because I like how he said, like, it starts off saying, stunting like a maniac, in the strip club going 80 rap, I'm too low key for that. Like, he's not afraid to say, I'm not like you other people. Like, and I'm not gonna be like you guys just because society likes it and it'll get me more money. He goes, I don't want to sell out for that.
Yep. And like you said, there's two parts of this to me. It's, for one, if he's not like that and he's just portraying something, before you even met the person, just to assume he's one way is not right.
Yeah.
You don't judge a book by its cover. It's not okay to judge a person because of limited information that you know, or who they are in Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The image they portray, that's not okay. But if that is him being who he is, then that is even more awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because again, we talk about all the time how so many people, they portray these things and they say all this stuff, but at the end of it, you don't know anything about them. And in some cases, you don't really care to, because they don't give you a reason to care. You're just like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, cool. Just another song.
You got a nice watch, you know, you got money, cool. Like,
yeah, they don't give you a reason to care. Whereas he is like, no, I'm gonna show you why I'm different, and I'm gonna pull back the curtains a little bit. You know, the final curtain call, and I'm gonna show you who I am, and I'm gonna be me, and I'm not gonna let the media or anything else change who I am or what I want to do with my music, because he has been this way, done this style of music, and rapped in this form since the first album. This is how he's been. And you know what? I can respect that, because so many times you also hear these people, they start out and they're like, oh yeah, you know, we're not going to lose who we are. We're always going to be who we are. But then the idea of, oh, wait a minute, if I do this, it might get me a little more money. Oh, this might have more mass appeal. Oh, this might be more commercial success. Oh, I might be able to get on the radio with this. Oh, album after album.
It's like a domino effect.
And then you listen to the, like, you know, in 2020, you listen to their album in 2003, and you're like, what happened?
Like, where did this change happen?
Like, this is, like, what happened to the I'm not going to lose who I am stuff? What you're dropping in 2020 is nothing like this. And there's a difference between changing or whatever and evolving. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, sometimes you just totally see that the media or whatever changes people. And by the time they get to wherever they want to be, they realize that they're not the same person they were when they started. That is not at all something that I see with Hopsin.
Yeah.
He is the exact same from when he doesn't care about commercial success. He cares more about keeping his soul, so to speak, and being who he is and being real, than he cares about, you know, making a song that'll be on the radio.
Exactly, yeah.
And I can respect that.
I do too. That's one of the main reasons why I do respect him as an artist, you know.
Exactly.
Puts himself out there, and like himself out there, not just what everyone else is doing. So
yeah. So what did you think of the music video and just the song overall?
The song, it's for me, it's on a workout playlist. It's on a running playlist. It's a good song. I like it. I like the music video because it went with the beat, like the whole jungle theme.
Yeah.
And like I like it, like the colors he did and the flashing. Sometimes it got a little distracting, but you know, like I just liked it. Like whenever time he would flash back to the verse, he's sitting on his rock in his little meditation position, and he's like, "Kumbaya, my lord," and then I just really like that a lot.
I would say music video went with it, so that was cool. I like the jungle beat kind of thing, like the aspect of just hearing that it's not the standard trap thing that we've heard a million times.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with it, but it's nice to hear something different. And I think it had elements of that is like, oh wow, this beat is really good, but I like some of the sound effects and stuff that he used in there. Flow wise, killed it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely killed it. Crazy flow throughout. I know we didn't really touch on it. We mostly broke down the lyrics, but flow wise, he's always been great with his flow. It's just been insane. I mean, that's one of the things that attracted me to him to begin with, was just his flow. The way he rides the beat on songs is just insane. Overall song, I really liked. The messaging, I enjoyed. Again, he has something to talk about. I like some of the messaging that he had in here, especially, I know we've talked about it a bunch of times, but the part where he was talking about how, you know, people are dying that are carrying guns and stuff, and yeah, you're real, you know, you're real tough and all this stuff, but if you aren't living, what does that matter? I'm sure your family would rather have you alive than you looking like a, you know, a pimp while you're here
and then dead. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, I'll settle for you being called a wimp, so to speak, if it means you're still here. And I definitely can. I
agree with that too. That's
that part alone makes me want to listen to this song again.
It's a good
song because I just love that. That is so true. I've seen it so many times where, yeah, we've talked about it, but you know, I've seen that happen so many times where all these people, and even I don't remember if he mentioned it in there, but even on the flip side, people that do all these drugs and stuff, and they're talking about, oh yeah, I'm so cool because I smoke all the time, and you shouldn't be glorifying that stuff. That's not good. And some of them have died from like overdoses and stuff. I think
like Lil Peep, I think was one of them.
Lil Peep, and I think XXX, did he?
No, I
think he was shot too. There was one other artist that I heard of that
was it
yeah, Mac Miller.
Mac Miller,
well, he was suicide, I think.
Okay, yeah.
By overdose.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, these things should not be glorified, and like, people die from this stuff. Like, yeah, you look cool for doing it to some people, for smoking and carrying guns and stuff.
But what's that gonna matter in a month when you're dead?
When you're dead, yeah, what does it matter? And you don't need to be cool to get people to like you, check you out, to want to support you. You don't need to be cool, because otherwise we wouldn't have 23 subscribers right now. Yeah. Shout out to y'all! Shout out to y'all! You like the way I transitioned right there?
That was good. Oh, that completely caught me off guard. I was like, you know, those 23 subs, they're the real ones, and those who haven't subbed yet, the button's like right down there somewhere. So go ahead and check it out.
Listen, guys, seriously, I know I mentioned this in the other video where I talked about what's going on with the channel, but seriously, every subscriber, every like, every view means so much to us, because all we want to do is just make a difference, and it means so much to us that you guys are supporting our channel and letting our dreams come true, because both of us have been wanting to do this sort of thing for a long time, and every view, every subscriber means so much to us that you guys would take time out of your day to check out our content.
Yeah, guys, like, sincerely, you know, we've only had, this is our third recording session that we've done, and we're already up to 23 subscribers, you know.
And over 100 views on basically all of our videos. That's just incredible. And we just appreciate you guys so very much. We really do. And with that being said, we're going to keep pushing out the content for you guys, so that give you a reason to subscribe and to keep watching. We're going to do the best that we can. And we just, like I said, we appreciate you guys so much. We appreciate artists like Hopsin so much, who give us a reason to want to react to songs with messaging and just cool songs like the one that we just listened to. And we just love doing this. We love our subscribers and everybody that watches our videos. And we cannot wait to bring you guys more content in the future. But for this video, my name's Bryson, my friend Jake, and we will see you guys in the next video.